Hey Pisces, how are you tonight? My name is Cheryl Lynn, and I'm here to do your weekly reading. This one's going to be for Monday, September 15th through Thursday, September 18th. Now, normally I would be back on Wednesday to do your bonus reading and get you through your weekend. However, this week they are threatening to take TikTok down again on Wednesday. So, just in case, if you're not too busy and you have a minute, jump over to the YouTube and follow me over there, and then you'll still be able to get your bonus reading on Wednesday. Hopefully they'll figure this all out and they won't take it down, but we have to deal with it accordingly, right? Okay, so this one's for my Pisces. Let's see what you get. Okay, Pisces. You're starting today with the Emperor, okay? Followed by the Seven of Cups, and in the challenge position, I have the Nine of Swords. Okay. It looks like here recently, your backstory coming in is something to do with you having quite a few options. You're presenting here as the Emperor, so very much so, it feels like very much so on a set path, okay? Not very open to compromise right now, very rigid in your thinking, okay? But you have a kingdom to run, so that happens, right? Seven of Cups would say you have many options in front of you. So many so that with the Nine of Swords, it's leaving you quite stressed out. Like the need for you to make decisions right now is seeming a little bit overwhelming. Not that you're not grateful, but just that there's a lot of different things to choose from, and it seems like it's a bit much. Or that's what you had going on in the recent past. So this is your backstory going into this reading. All right, where are we at currently? Now I've got the Nine of Pentacles, followed by the Seven of Wands. And in the challenge position, we have the Ten of Cups. So you are definitely standing in your independence, okay? And as much as you love that, I think you enjoy your independence to some extent, you're also very much so looking for a sense of emotional fulfillment. So it's leaving you in the middle here just kind of defending everything, right? You're defensive towards everything. What you're fighting against right now is yourself, okay? That's what it looks like. It looks like you are truly having inner conflict right now, and it's over the fact that there's part of you that definitely wants to be able to stay in your independence and not be tied to anything necessarily. But there's another part of you that definitely is looking for a sense of emotional fulfillment that you don't find in your independence. So you've got a bit of a quandary here right now, it looks like, and you're trying to navigate it, right? Okay, so what do we got in the near future? The Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So from the looks of these cards, I would say currently you have already set your sights on one person. There's one individual that is definitely standing out to you. And holding on to your independence is becoming more and more of a burden, because I feel like if there's a battle inside of you over who's going to win between the independence and the emotional fulfillment is making a real run for it right now. So there you go. It looks as though in the near future, I do believe you're going to let love win out, is what it looks like here. That love is tempered with a ton of passion, too. So, looks like you're driving some sort of inspiration from the passion, right, with the Ace of Wands. With the Ten of Wands, I think the burden of independence is one that you are finding yourself willing to lay down, is what it looks like. All right, what do we have over here? Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is all about reciprocity. You're going to get out of the situation what you put into it. So behind that, I have the Page of Swords and then the Five of Swords. So there is something here about other people, okay, trying to influence you or your decisions in this matter. With the Page of Swords, this is you trying to get to the bottom of things and find clarity, but you're doing it in a very indirect manner. You're trying to, spy on people versus ask them outright what's going on. That's kind of, come on. But anyways, that's where you're at right now. There you go. What else do I got here? We've got the Tower, the Magician, and the High Priestess. The Tower that is aiming to try to fall is the one that is beneath your independence type deal. Not that you're not still going to have independence, but I think that you are getting ready to close a chapter, more or less, okay? You're heading towards a more stable union type of a lifestyle versus where you've been alone, okay? I think you're headed towards peace versus toxicity and uncertainty, That's what I think. I think you found a way to live in the chaos, which was based in uncertainty. You found a way to exist there and do well there. And you don't think you even realized how chaotic everything was until you found something that felt peaceful for a minute. So this is kind of a transitional period for you, it looks like, going from one to the other maybe. That's what I see. I've got the Three of Wands, the Judgment card, and the Fool. You are absolutely aiming to take a leap of faith, but it's not a decision that you come to easily. This is, there's been a lot of back and forth inside of you to get to this decision. I don't think that you're absolutely there yet, but I do believe you will be in the near future. That is where you're headed. And that's a good thing. It is a good thing, okay? If the relationship's with the right person, you still get to retain some of your independence, okay? There you go. But you do it without being alone. Okay, let's see. Let's get 3 more, and then I am going to pull the days of the week. I have the 8 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. I think your wish fulfillment is to walk away from this Queen of Swords, which is you acting like the Queen of Swords. You being somebody who's trying to keep emotion out of everything. You being somebody who's strictly logical, and you being somebody who's super defensive. And I think that state of being is what you're finally walking away from. That's a good thing. Okay? All right, what do we got? Monday, I have the 4 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. This is you trying to find clarity and continuing to try to heal the things that are broken inside of you so that you are ready to take on this new chapter, right? Tuesday, I have the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. This is you being the Emperor, pulling whatever king you need out when you need it. You know, you are definitely firmly in your masculine here, it would appear. I think you were in your feminine for a minute, but that's one of the things you're walking away from. So male or female doesn't make any difference. It's an energy, but I do feel you're standing pretty much in your masculine here. Okay, Wednesday, I have the 5 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. There are a lot of people with something to say about this, though. Okay, so you're going to have to truly, from the beginning, try to make this the two of you against the world versus letting other people get into your head, their head, whatever. Because there seems to be a lot of people here that have something to say, and a lot of people that would wish ill on you because they want, I don't know if they're jealous or they want what you have, but you're going to have to definitely make it a united front against the world, the two of you against the world, if you're going to make this successful. And then Thursday, I have the Devil and the Hierophant. You know, this is you going back and forth still. I think you know once you pull the trigger on this, for lack of a better way to say it, you're going to be all in. So you are wavering at the top of the hill, right, on whether or not to go. But you're going to go. Okay, I think so. All right, Pisces, that's what I have for you this week. No matter what the cards say, make it the best week you possibly can. You still have free will, so if you don't want to in the end, you don't have to. I just think that that's where you're headed. Okay, what else? You made it to this point in the video. If you get a chance, can you tap the like, share, follow, comment, whatever. All of them if you want. Don't forget to go over to the YouTube and follow me there, and so that we don't lose contact with you. That's pretty much it. If you need a personal reading, just send me a message. I'll get you the details. I'll never reach out to you first. If somebody does, that's a fake, a phony, and a fraud. It's not me. Okay? You send me the message. You DM me. I'll get you the details. We'll work it out. Never going to reach out to you first. I don't have any other accounts, just this one, and I have one on YouTube. But, I mean, I don't have a backup account or any of that. Okay? Please don't get scammed. All right. Have a great day.